Hello, my name is Bob Morgan. Let's continue our series, Maximizing Human Potential at Your Dealership. One of the keys to maximizing that is your culture. Do your employees know why? And do they believe it? Do you know why? And do you believe it? Your actions show whether you do or you don't. 41% of your employees say they believe. No, that's not true. That's backwards. 41% of your employees say they know why. The percentage who believe it is substantially less than that. Substantially. You know, several years ago I attended a seminar, and it was titled, Legal versus Ethical Aspects of the Automotive Industry. And to this day I owe a debt of gratitude to the facilitator, Ken Petty. He gave me the courage to believe in myself and understand that regardless of where I'm at, my ethics shouldn't change. And that's part of the key to maximizing your human potential at your dealership. You know, it's interesting to discuss this with anyone. Car salesmen argue about it. Outside of the industry, most people think that you can't use these terms in the same sentence. You know, and I've been thinking about this class a lot lately as we continue on with this Maximizing Human Potential class. Recently I read a study conducted concerning relational ethics versus situational ethics, and I think it applies to this. You know, it wasn't about the automotive industry. It should have been. In our business, it really applies. You know, what's the difference? We have two ethical standards, one for our personal relationships and one for our business. I travel the West extensively, visiting dealerships, and I witness this all over. This double standard is everywhere. You know, many dealerships are successful. We continually say we must change or die. But until it doesn't work, we won't. And they justify their actions with facts that they sold a record number of cars, made a record amount of money this weekend, this year, this month. I think the famous cookie jar close is an excellent example of this. It entails adding money to the price of the car to give it back to the customer. The idea is for them to put their hand in the cookie jar and pull the money out to make up the difference every month for a few months on that payment, and then come back a year later and refinance. Well, 99% of them can't do that, so now they're stuck with a payment that's $300 more than what they wanted really, and they trusted their salesman. I suppose in the small amount, it is justifiable to some. And I often ask, would you do this to your daughter? Would you do it to your mom? To your friends? If not, why is it justified with someone you don't know? That's situational ethics. If we have no real relationship, our ethics change. And that's the culture at our dealership. There are many dealerships who I'm friends with that I would absolutely not send my relatives to because of that. You know, during the seminar, Ken asked to the whole group of salesmen, there was about 100 of us, you're selling a car to a customer and they've agreed to a price and you've agreed to sell it for that price. In the negotiations, you do an A-B pencil and you give them a lease payment and they agree to a payment. That means you can raise the price $3,000 and the customer will never know. Do you do it? I want to see a raise of hands, everybody in this room who would. There was about 100 of us in there. There were only 2 who wouldn't. Now, before you start judging the automotive industry, this is prevalent everywhere. It is not just automotive industry. It's the reason the ecclesiastical leaders use to justify taking advantage of people, especially here in Utah. Many think it's okay to ethically separate personal and business, one ethical standard for each. Then at the risk of being ostracized, I disagree. In life, we are what we are when no one we care about is looking. Many will disagree with me. They'll say, I sleep well at night. I'm taking care of my family. They're adults free to choose, and that is absolutely true. But if you built a trust for them just to take advantage of them, that is situational ethics, and you have 2 ethical standards. As long as it works, We all need to be aware. Success at any cost is not success. You want to maximize your human potential? Your standards should be the same for employees as it is for everyone else in the dealership. Remember this, you're always in the right place, right time, if you got the right attitude.